Hey everybody, it's Chris here from business.chrisquery.com, and I'm glad that you took time out of your day to watch this video. I'm here to help you learn how to think differently about your business, think differently about your money, think differently about the economy, and just think differently about your thinking. Because if you can think differently, you'll be able to make better decisions and things will work out more in your favor, and you'll be able to start to prosper in everything that you do. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how to recession-proof your finances. I'm going to go over 4 things that you can do right now in this economy to recession-proof your finances. Now, at the time that I'm recording it, it's the middle of May 2020. So these 4 things that I'm going to give you are things that you can do right now and that you can start to see the benefits of them right away. And I got a bonus tip at the end. If you stick to the end of the video, you don't want to miss that. So the first thing is to build your emergency fund. Okay, by far this is the most important thing that you can do. You can protect your finances against any type of recession by aggressively building up your emergency fund. Now, for it to truly be recession proof, you need to put away enough money at least to cover your rent, utilities, and any car payments or any other financial obligations that you may have on a monthly basis. If you add up all of those expenses and then times it by 6 months, because that's what they say is a good enough cushion, 6 months, that is the goal that you should set to fill your emergency fund with money. Put away the money in that account in the event of a recession or a depression, and you'll be able to use that money and live off that money in the future for that short time frame. The next thing that you'll need to do to recession-proof your finances is to cut unnecessary expenses. Now, there's a lot of things that we spend money on a regular basis that are nice to haves, but they're not necessities. So if you think about it, some of the streaming services that you have, some people have maybe 2 or 3 different streaming services. I would say maybe limit that just to 1, if not 0. Some people have gym memberships, and if the weather is nice outside, do you really need to go to the gym? Or you could use the stuff that you have at home to make yourself a home gym if you need to cut back on some of your expenses. Also, if you have any other monthly subscriptions that you can do without for a certain period of time, you can cut those things out of your budget so you don't have to put that money towards it. A lot of people have satellite radio in their car, something that is, in my opinion, it's not necessary. So you can cut those things out of your monthly budget, and then with that money that you cut out of your monthly budget, those unnecessary expenses, for example, if it totals those things that you cut out, if it totals maybe $200 or $300, that's money that you can start contributing towards building up your emergency fund. Okay, so cut out the unnecessary spending from your daily budget or from your monthly budget. The next thing that you can do is get rid of high interest debt. So I'm talking about credit cards for department stores, credit cards that charge 18% interest and up. So when recessions hit, the first thing that you see the companies that you see first going through trouble are the ones who have a lot of debt and not enough cash reserves to manage or to weather the storm when they're not making enough revenue or not generating enough income. And the same is true for individuals. When you don't have enough money saved up to weather the storm, those high interest credit cards that you have will swallow you alive. So it's very important that you do your best to pay off those high interest credit cards first. Get rid of those credit cards that are 21% interest, 20% interest, 18-19% interest. Get rid of them, pay them off as fast as you can, because when your income dries up, those companies are still going to look for their money, and you're going to have to pay them if you want your credit to stay in good condition. And the last thing that you can do to recession proof your finances is invest with the long term in mind. Now, a lot of people have seen what's been going on in the stock market since the middle of March. The prices for stocks have gone down, then they've started to come back up a little bit, then they went down again, then we don't know what's going to happen. But the important thing to remember is that you should not make a long-term decision or a decision based on the immediate circumstances right now. When you're investing into the stock market, it's always for the long game. So always have the long term in mind, 5-10 years down the road. Eventually, everything is going to pick back up and the economy is going to start building up again, and you're going to be in the green instead of in the red. So this is just a moment. You may have seen that you lost a lot of money in your stocks that you've purchased in your 401ks or your RRSPs. If you're in Canada, you may have lost a lot of money just temporarily, but these things will rebound. Think about it with the long-term end goal in mind. Okay, keep that in mind. Don't make any decisions to pull out any investments that you have right now because things have gone down. A lot of people think that when things go down, they don't want to lose any more money, so they want to pull out their money, but that's the opposite of what you should be doing, right? If you have your emergency account already set up, and if you don't have any unnecessary expenses, and you don't have any high credit card debt attached to your name, and you have some extra money still, the best thing that you can do with it, and this is not financial advice, this is just my opinion, you can invest it into the stock market at this time, because now is when the stock market is, the prices for stocks on companies are really low. You buy low and you sell high. Just because things have tanked recently, you don't want to do the opposite of that. You don't want to sell when the price is low and after you bought it when it was really high, when it was much higher. So just remember this as you try to recession-proof your finances. Now, another thing that you can do, this is a bonus, you can start a side business. You can start another stream of, you can create another stream of revenue and allow that to supplement your main source of income that may have dried up. Maybe you got laid off or whatever, and you lost your income, you lost that revenue from your main source of revenue, but you can start a side business to supplement all of your other finances, all of your other items in your budget, right? And there's no better time to start that side business than right now. And I have a 1-month business challenge that I want everybody to download. It's free, totally free. I show you how to find your unique business idea, help you to find an audience and find a product and a service to give them, and show you that you can make at least $500 within the first month. That's extra money coming into your pocket in a time where I think a lot of people need it, okay? So that's my 1-month business challenge. There's a link in the description below that you can click on and you can get the download, follow the PDF, the steps on the PDF, and then you can start to generate an additional stream of revenue that can be a blessing for you and your family. And once you start making $500 a month, you can scale it up and make $1,000, and then scale it up again and make $2,000 the next month. If this video really encouraged you and showed you something new, subscribe. It means a lot to me. Click the notification bell so that you can get notified when I release new content that's sure to encourage you, to build you up, and to help you think differently, because that's what we need to do. We need to think differently so that we can grow, become better, and become prosperous in all that we do. That's it for this video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.